Hi everyone, this is Nick, and I'm back again today for another video. And today I'm actually going to try and get a couple videos done for you today, as I live in northern Illinois, and if any of you live in the area or you know, there's really bad flooding, and my house is no exception to that. So I've been crazy busy with all the flooding, and oops, and there's my dog right behind me, Daisy. Hi Daisy. So also, if you hear a loud noise behind you, well, it's behind you, but if you hear a loud noise, that's because there's a pump going off just to keep the house from totally flooding. So it's a big mess. I don't really feel like going into it, but it's definitely not pretty. So with all that nonsense, let's begin. So what I'm going to do for you guys today is a quick comparison between two card holders that I have. So it's no surprise that I love my Chanel card holder, just a generic Chanel quilted black caviar gold hardware card holder. As you know, I love this piece of bits, except for the gold hardware, anti-gold hardware with Chanel, especially now just because it chips, and now it's basically silver, if you'll be able to see that, hopefully. So what I want to compare it to is one of my newer pieces, and that is my Fendi card holder. Now this item I purchased in Florence, Italy, so if you would have saw my, what was it, Europe haul, a couple of videos back, you would have seen that I did reveal / unbox this piece. Now this piece, I did have a very similar piece to this. I did have a Fendi card holder from the last time I went to Europe, but I hated that piece. It was just in the Fendi coated canvas, and it just, I couldn't fit anything in there. I couldn't get anything out of it, and it was just awful. I hated it. Then, if some of you have been watching me for a while, you know, but one of my brother's friends came and took several of my designer items out of my closet, so that was one of the items that was stolen. So although I was upset about it, it was more for sentimental reasons. I just really didn't like it, and I knew I wanted to replace it with this. I have been obsessed with the Fendi Monster collection since it came out, and I really want a bag from that collection, but Fendi's prices are just a little bit much for me just for what it is. They just don't hold their resale value that well. And I did have that Fendi backpack that I did end up returning back to Fashion File for several reasons. That was the Monsters. And I think it's fun to have like a small little accessory like this, but as a whole bag, I don't think it's for me. I'd rather get something else. So that is why I have this beautiful little piece. So just starting off, this piece is in a beautiful calfskin leather. The base is black, the eyes are yellow, and then the top is red. Now I had several different options, but the sales associate said this was the most classic one, and I liked how it had all three colors, and I liked how this one was the only option without jeweled eyes. Now I really did like the jeweled eyes, especially on those little like almost key clays from Louis Vuitton, but the Fendi version. However, I was worried about taking it in and out of my pocket, that the jewels would pop off one day and then I would have to deal with that. So, not a fan. So that's why I went for the all leather version. And so far, hopefully the light will see, I've used this a ton. I actually used it quite a bit while I was in Europe. And I can say that I thoroughly enjoy it. As you can see, the leather has gotten kind of worn, like pocket weird, but I wouldn't say it's that bad. There's absolutely no scratches on it. It's just more of me putting it in my pocket, which now I know not to do. I won't put this item. It actually has this cloth tag on the bottom of it, which is really, which I was kind of worried that it would get in the way, but it doesn't. So on the inside, it has a serial number right there, and it, it says Fendi made in Italy on this side. So this item so far compared to this one are two totally different pieces, I say. Just because this one you can stuff like a turkey, this one you can still fit a lot in here, but I wouldn't feel as comfortable stuffing things in this one. Not quite yet. Maybe it's just because it's new. I don't know. But as you can see on the Chanel, it just has the front, it has the middle, and then it has a 2 on the back. Now this one in the middle has all leather on the interior. And then for each of the pockets, it is lined with a canvas. So that's pretty standard, but the interior being all lined in that beautiful red leather, it's pretty similar to my Dior one that I have, my Dior card holder, how it does have all the leather on the interior. So this one is a different comparison, but as you can see, there is a difference between the lambskin and the calfskin. I would say they're both really delicate leathers, especially compared to the Chanel. However, I would definitely say this one is the most delicate. However, you can still rub out the scratches. This one is a little bit more durable. Oh, hi, Daisy. She just has to leave. Oh, what are you doing? So, as I was saying, this is more durable, but if you scratch it, I'm really afraid that you wouldn't be able to scratch it out. And then with this one, it's very indestructible. So I just kind of want to show you what fits in both of these so far. So I'm going to take out several of these Target gift cards that I have. You know, whenever you go there and buy a certain amount of items, they give you a gift card. Well, I have a whole bunch of them. These are only some. And I'm going to use these because these are the exact same size as a credit card. And instead of showing you guys some personal information, I'd rather just play it safe and play with these. So with the Fendi card holder, you have the 2 slots on the front, the 2 slots on the back, so that's a total of 4. And you also have the middle compartment. And as you can see, there's really no leeway for that. So for me personally, also, let me get some cash. Just to kind of show you, where is it? Okay. So here is some cash. For once in my life, I actually have cash. What do you know? So, hold on. Just kind of unfolding it because I had it all wrinkled up. So these are dollar bills, or $20 bills. So you can actually fold these in half. I have 3 of them here, which would probably be about as much as I'd want to bring with me. Put that in there, and you can fit this in here perfectly. As it is definitely, watch it make me lie, the cloth tag on the interior is kind of hard to stack things in there, but as you can see, it fits in there perfectly. So if you're a person that doesn't like to fold your cash exactly, I think this is a very good option, just as you only have to fold it once instead of several times. Now, as far as cards, so you are able to fit 1. Oh, actually, I lied. I am such a liar. I'm so sorry. I actually have 3 card slots, so it's a total of 6. Oh my god, if my head wasn't attached, obviously I can't count. But you have 3 on each side, so a total of 6. You're able to fit 1, 2, 3 in the front, and then let her out. She's having a little bit of a fit. Sorry, just came back. Alright, and so you're able to fit 3 more in the back, so let me do that for you. Oh, and I just scratched it. And I lied, you can rub it out. The more you know. I didn't think you would. So now I have a total of 6 cards in here, and I had that before, and then I also put 1 more in the middle, so a total of 7 cards fits in here with 3 dollar bills, US currency. And as you can see, it's pretty stiff now. And it is kind of hard to open it up, but it's definitely really easy as it's leather versus canvas, so it's still more pliable. This is about all I would feel comfortable putting in this. As you can see, it's already starting to budge, just the slightest most. Not much at all, but this would be about as much as I'm comfortable carrying with me, and I think 7 cards are more than enough for every day, at least for me. I do carry a lot of cards with me just in general, but when I just don't need to carry that much, I think this is a very wonderful option. Now let's compare this to the Chanel. So with the Chanel, like I said, I stuff it like a Thanksgiving turkey. It probably isn't the best thing for it, but it just kind of works for the item, and I just haven't had many issues with it. So, 2, 3. Okay, so with the Chanel, I always end up putting like 4 cards in the front slot. I know it's awful. 4 in the front, and then I always stick 2 in each of the bottom, each of the back. So a total of 8 cards fits in here like that. So 4 in the front, 4 in the back, and then I still have enough room to put in some cash. Now I don't quite remember. Oh yeah, you are able to fit cash in there half folded, just like the Fendi one, so that isn't like a major deterrent. And as you can see, you can still move it quite a bit, and then I always end up putting another one in here. So I now have, I usually put another 1 or 2 cards in the middle. So now I have a total of 4, 8, 9 cards in here versus the 7 that I put in here. So that it's quite a difference. And as you can see, you have 6 slots on the front and 1 in the middle, and you only really have 3 slots in here. So I think this one is a much better, this is definitely my go-to card holder. I think this is one of my top all-time favorite wallets. Kind of like Doc Luxury. Hey, yeah, I'm not as crazy as him with as many as he has. Just because I don't know, I really am trying to resist the urge. I feel him on a whole nother level on that one. It's like, I wish someone would be like Oprah to me and be like, you get that color, you get that color, you get that color. So I applaud you, Rod. I love you, and I love your card holder collection. So envious, but I'm trying to stay away from that addiction. So I know if I get one more, I'm going to fall into the rabbit hole. Anyways, so yes, you can definitely fit in both. So here's the deal with both of these. So this one retails for, I think, $4.50 here in the States, and this one retails for, I believe, $2.50 or $2.70. It's either $2.25 or $2.75 or $2.50. I know that's all over the place, but as you can tell, that is a huge, about a $200 price difference. So I think really the deterrence between the two is, do you want classic or do you want fun? Are you more brand loyal to Chanel or are you more brand loyal to Fendi? Do you like the different leather options? Like, what are you looking for? I think both service a job. Personally, I would always choose my Chanel over this, although I really do love this, and this is like really up there and one of my favorites. So I'm happy I have both. I thoroughly enjoy both. However, I think it's a very big personal decision on which one you want to go for and what your budget is, because I think obviously you can fit a little bit more in here, but you can still probably stuff that in here and still wouldn't have a problem. So it's really all up to you, and I personally can't make up a decision, so I can't tell you exactly what to do. So with that, I'm going to say thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope this was somewhat helpful and kind of helped introduce you to this wonderful item that I have. So with that, I'm going to say thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you didn't like the video, give me a thumbs down. Tell me how fat I am. It's okay. I don't care. So, I know, negativity. But anyways, I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your day wherever you are in the world.